my method of giving a gracious no to someone. Welcome back to my daily live stream. My name is Jay Allen Hull. I am your host at this live stream every day, every weekday almost. 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, the only live stream on the internet that helps you get the twin win of succeeding in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. So, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about the gracious no. Last time we were together, I talked about taking control of your calendar, living on purpose, making sure you're not getting sucked into shiny object syndrome. But what about people? Well, how do you give people a gracious no when you know you shouldn't be involved in it? Well, first of all, we're just going to dive right in. So, first of all, I get invited to a lot of things. I get asked to speak at a lot of things. I get asked to do a lot of things. And I have to really think, does this further my mission? And not necessarily monetarily, but just is this a good fit? Does this align with my mission? Does this align with my message? Because if it doesn't, not only am I doing a disservice to myself, but I'm doing a disservice to them. If I take on a project that I'm not qualified to do, or I take on a task that is better done by someone else, or even though I can do it really well, again, it's not aligned with what I should be doing, with what I am what I feel that I am called to do. So how do I say no to that? Well, your first step is you just have to tell them no. You have to be straightforward and don't leave wiggle room. Don't say something like, well, right now is not a great time, because they'll keep coming back. What you need to do is you just need to say, listen, Bob, I really appreciate you for asking me to be a part of this. Okay. So that's actually the first step. You need to thank him. You need to acknowledge, hey man, that's awesome that you thought of me. Bob, listen, I think, I am really flattered that you thought of me to speak at your event. That really means a lot to me. And be sincere about it. Step number two is you give them the no. So I call this a plus minus plus sandwich. All right. So you give them a positive. Thank you for thinking of me. Next step, no. However, I don't feel that I would be the best person to work at that event, or I don't feel that I'd be the best fit to speak at your event. I just don't think that both of our purposes are aligned enough that it would serve my audience well, or that it would serve your audience well. I really wouldn't be able to do the best job. So I'm going to have to say no. Okay. I'm going to have to say no. That's it. You can also use words like, I'm previously committed at that time. I love that phrase, because how do you argue with, well, you're previously committed? Okay, you've already got another engagement. If it's during your vacation time, you're previously committed. You don't have to say on vacation. If it's during your dinner time, if it's during family time, if it's during your weekend, if it's during any time that you don't work, you can say I'm previously committed, because you are committed to that family time, to that dinner, to that vacation, to that weekend with whoever, to rejuvenating, to self-care. It's okay to say no for yourself as well. Okay. But don't leave wiggle room. Don't say things like, right now probably isn't the best time, but maybe later in the year, because they'll come back later in the year and they'll keep asking you. Or, maybe, let me think about it. If you already know, if there's a legitimate reason to say, let me think about it. Let me check my calendar. Let me see what I've got, because you may not know. And you don't want to pull out your calendar right then. You don't have your day planner. You don't have your phone, or don't want to pull it out. So that's legitimate. But if you know for certain, whether you're free or not, that you don't want to do this thing, then you just need to give them a no. Because if you say, let me check my calendar, then they expect you to check their calendar. They're going to keep pestering you. And then they're going to say things like, okay, well, what about, instead of that Saturday, what about the following Saturday? What about the Saturday after that? What about, right? So you just need to say no, if you know that it is an absolute no. So first of all, be gracious and grateful. Show gratitude that they thought of you, that they think enough of you, that they asked you to speak, or they asked you to do this task. They ask you to do this thing for them. Number two, give a straight no. No, I just don't, and even give them the reason why. I don't feel that it would serve your audience as well as maybe somebody else who's more aligned with what you're doing. I'll give you an example. I love speaking at Christian entrepreneur conferences. I'm doing it again, because we align with our basic values and faiths. Now, that being said, I don't mind speaking I've spoken at a lot of places that aren't Christian. However, if somebody wants me to speak and they want me to think about things in a different light than a Christian perspective, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to struggle to do that. And I'm not going to deliver the best talk possible. If they want me to talk about how we can use our auras to further our business, I have no idea. I mean, I could probably research, I could probably write a great talk on that, but it's not going to serve that community as best. So you can just say that. No, it doesn't serve your community. And frankly, it won't serve my community or what I'm doing either. And that's just not fair to either one of us. So no. Okay. The third step is you want to give them another plus. You want to start out by thanking them again. So let's start from the beginning. Gee, Bob, I really appreciate you thinking of me to speak at the Crystal Recharging Festival this year. However, I just don't feel that it would be in the best use of my time. I don't feel it would serve your audience, and I don't feel it would serve my audience to speak there. I'm not really the qualified person to do that. So it's going to have to be a no. However, now this is step 3. First, we reaffirm that they made a good choice. You never want to make somebody feel stupid. Like, oh, you came to me to speak at that thing? Dude, what were you even thinking? You never want to do that. So step 3, you reaffirm them. You say, but again, I really, really appreciate you thinking of me. That actually means a lot to me. I mean, that somebody like you would think of me. That's a pretty amazing. Now, step 4, so it's a plus minus plus. I guess you could say plus minus plus plus. Step 4 is and this is kind of a bonus step. So if you know where they should go, if you know another speaker, or if you know another service, if you know another person, a coach who's better fitted for them, this is the bonus plus. So thanks for thinking of me. No, I can't. Again, you made a great choice in calling me. I'm really flattered. Thank you. Bonus step is you say, however, I do know somebody that would probably be a great fit for you. Sally Thompson would be a great speaker. I've worked with her. I've spoken with her on stage. She would speak right into the heart of your audience. I think you should go and talk to her. Now, if you have an opportunity to actually introduce them to that person too, hey, I have Sally's number or I have her email. Let me send her an email for you. Again, now you're going even above and beyond. When you say no like that and you leave them feeling like, gee, they said no, but golly, they gave me so much value. Whether it was in reaffirming my choice or the graciousness of it, or they gave me a name, or they even are going to connect me with somebody, or they gave me a phone number or an email, anything like that, people will walk away feeling good. You're not going to leave them feeling, and trust me, I'm a people pleaser, so I know how hard it is to say no. At heart, I am a people pleaser. I want everybody to smile. I want everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to like me, and I want to like everybody back. However, that's just not life, and that's not feasible for an entrepreneur. It's just not feasible. You just cannot live your life at the whims of others. Otherwise, you will never build the business. You will never fulfill the calling that you feel has been placed upon. You'll never get the message out that has been placed upon you. So, with that being said, that is my gracious no. Practice it several times. Think of several scenarios from your past where you should have said no, and think of how you would do that so that when new scenarios come up, you're practiced at this gracious no. Practice in a mirror. Think of what you would have said to these other people that caused stress in your life because you took on something that you were afraid to say no to. That is a gracious no. That is how you can stop existing and start living. That is how you can succeed in business while winning at home. Get the twin win, because you do have to say no to things. Otherwise, you will pile things up. You'll get burned out and you'll become fatigued. Even if you feel like you can take things on, it's just not smart, especially if it doesn't serve both parties. So let me know what you think of the gracious no down below. If you were here, join me live, or if you were here live, give me a hashtag replay. If you join me on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know what you think about the gracious no and the bonus steps in the comments below. And if you're ready to start working with me, if you'd like to build your business, go to businessaccelerator.coach. That's businessaccelerator.coach. That is in the comments below as well. And let's get started. Let's start building your business and learning how to get the twin win as you build your business so that you can succeed in business while winning at home. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.